Have you ever wondered how a young, united nation could become so divided that it would wage a war against itself? This is the story of the American Civil War, a conflict that tore the country apart, reshaping its future and leaving a mark that can still be felt today. It all began in the mid-19th century. Tensions were mounting between the northern and southern states. The primary issue? Slavery. The northern states, where industries were rapidly developing, had largely abolished slavery. The southern states, however, remained heavily dependent on it for their agricultural economy. This stark contrast in economic interests and societal values sowed seeds of discord, eventually leading to the secession of 11 southern states and the formation of the Confederate States of America in early 1861. The newly elected president, Abraham Lincoln, did not recognize the legitimacy of the Confederacy, deeming the secession unconstitutional. Thus, in April 1861, the conflict erupted into warfare when Confederate forces attacked Fort Sumter in South Carolina, marking the beginning of the American Civil War. The war raged on for 4 long years. Battles were fought on multiple fronts, with notable ones like Gettysburg and Antietam going down in history for their scale of violence and bloodshed. The Union, as the northern states were known, had the advantage in terms of population, industry, and resources. The Confederacy, on the other hand, had superior military leadership and were fighting on familiar terrain. In 1863, President Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, declaring that all slaves in Confederate-held territory were to be set free. This shifted the focus of the war from merely preserving the Union to the abolition of slavery. It also led to the recruitment of African-American troops into the Union Army, a move that significantly bolstered their forces. The tide of the war turned decisively in favor of the Union with their victories at Gettysburg and Vicksburg in 1863. By April 1865, Confederate General Robert E. Lee surrendered to Union General Ulysses S. Grant at Appomattox Courthouse in Virginia, effectively ending the war. The American Civil War had profound and lasting effects. It resulted in the death of over 600,000 soldiers, making it one of the deadliest wars in American history. It led to the abolition of slavery, but the struggle for racial equality would continue for many more decades. The war also transformed the nation's economy and led to significant political changes, including the strengthening of federal power. In conclusion, the American Civil War was a monumental conflict that began over the issue of slavery and escalated into a 4-year war that would change the course of American history. It saw the end of slavery, the loss of hundreds of thousands of lives, and a nation forever changed by its own internal conflict. It's a reminder of the costs of division and the power of unity, lessons that resonate even today.